are so excited to be on the show again with you. Love, Parenting and Mental Health is the show for you and for me, okay? And your counseling psychologist is really the person of myself, Tosin Togun. In case you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly do the same today. Also, please click on the subscription button so that you keep getting the values that we roll across to you from time to time, okay? And also don't forget to like this video, to share, and also to leave your comments so that all the people who are coming across the video for the first time will see how impactful is actually going to be. Today, the value that we are going to be dishing out centered on a very sensitive topic, and that is divorce. We are going to be looking at the impact of divorce and who bears the brunt. So, who bears the brunt? What is divorce? What are the impacts of divorce? Those are the things we'll be looking at together on the show today. Okay, so let's take a short break. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Like I said the other time, the ball we'll be running together is the impact of divorce and who bears the brunt. Alright, so moving very quickly, before we actually look at the impact of divorce, let's talk about what divorce is. I don't want to assume that my viewers know exactly what divorce is. Divorce in the real sense is simple, and it simply means legal separation between couples who are legally married. Okay, so people who actually are cohabiting and get separated along the line, we don't actually believe that they are divorced. They just got separated because there was no legal binding between them from the onset. Okay, so when you're talking about divorce, so it's actually talking about we're actually looking at the fact that these persons are relating beyond just cohabiting. They have emotional binding plus legal binding. Okay, so what binds them together is beyond psychological binding, it is beyond physical binding, it is beyond emotional binding, spiritual binding. It also involves legal binding. So divorce is all encompasses. Okay, so we are looking at the fact that these two individuals are completely bound together by law, by God, by people, by emotions, and by several other things. Even many a times, they are also bound together by their possession. They share children together. They also have some possessions to their names. Okay, so it will be surprising that how could people who have gone this far to be united together could consider legal separation. So before looking into the impact of divorce, let's quickly talk about how divorce starts.
Are you searching for professional counseling services appealing and available to individuals, schools, families, communities, corporate and religious organizations at an affordable rate? Look no further. Show Up Counseling Clinic is a registered counseling firm and a recognized member of the Counseling Association of Nigeria. Show Up Counseling Clinic offers services in the following categories: toddler and preschool development counseling, preteens and teens counseling, premarital counseling, marital counseling, parenting, rehabilitation and remedial counseling, corporate counseling. Other services include book sales, library services and training. We also offer home services for children and the aged. Likewise, we treat addiction and offer therapy for mental well-being. Show Up Counseling Clinic is located at 99 Idito Bus Stop, adjacent Oluyolu Shasha O, Polieleyele Road, Ibadan. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Show Up Counseling Clinic. For inquiry, visit our website www.shcounselingclinic.org.ng or call 0803 537 6009 or 0806 847 5755. Show Up Counseling Clinic, living people better than we met them.
Okay, because like I said the other time, it will be surprising to anybody how could two people who have come together to share their life, share themselves together emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, even sexually, and more, there is more to coming together, and these two people have been enjoying this over the years, and they are saying that, oh, we are done and we are okay, and we just want to go our separate ways. It's so amazing that it is not just young couples who are divorcing. Also, couples who have stayed in marriage for over 30-20 years are also seeking for divorce. It could actually wow anybody. Like, anybody could get surprised at that. If you are just couples who are getting married like for 6 months, for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, you are talking about divorce, then we could say, oh, probably you guys are not compatible. But how about people who have stayed together for like 30 years or 25 years, 20 years or more? How about those people contemplating divorce? That means that divorce is literally not starts on the day it happens. Yes, I want to believe that. Let's look at how divorce actually starts. Yeah, for me, yes, okay, from our experiences in Shore Hope Counseling Clinic, we discovered that divorce actually starts from the point where there is emotional gap between couples who are involved in a marital relationship. Okay, what do I mean by emotional gap? It is a situation in which the husband and the wife are no longer in touch with one another. I'm not saying they are keeping malice now. They are talking together, but they are not actually communicating their mind to one another. If each one is on solo syndrome. What is solo syndrome? That is, each parties that are involved in that marital relationship is running his or her own race, without involving the other person. And of course, marriage should be both of you coming together to achieve a particular goal, or to achieve your goals and dreams together. But in this regards of solo syndrome, a person is actually achieving his or her goal separately without involving the other person, and also winning all alone, celebrating his or her win all alone without involving the other party. And actually, this is how divorce starts. When you begin to keep valuable information away from your spouse, what you're doing is you are breeding ground, for divorce. You are actually setting up the stage for divorce. So marriage is supposed to be a place where both of you can bear your mind without being ashamed. It should be a place where you can actually share your dreams, your past, your present. And that's why I tell couples, when you find it so difficult to actually talk about your past to a person you are aspiring to get married to, you should really watch it, because a person who cannot cope with your past does not deserve your future. Because definitely, your future aspiration, this person might not be able to handle it. So marriage should be a place where you can communicate your mind freely without shame. Okay, now having said that, now talking about emotional gap, there is also an hallmark of emotional gap apart from secrecy and solo syndrome. Another thing is emotional cheating. Emotional cheating is actually different from infidelity. It's not the same thing. Infidelity is sharing yourself, your body with another person. But this time around, when you're talking about emotional cheating, it is actually sharing, your information, things that your husband or wife should know about, information that are pertinent to you with another person. Okay, like for instance, in courtship, maybe you are dating A, but B is your bestie. Okay, that is emotional cheating. You are cheating on A. That's it. Okay, so in marriage too, when you begin to have friends who are very close to you, than your spouses, that is actually emotional cheating, and you are actually setting up stage for what? Divorce. Divorce is actually not a journey that starts a day. Okay, it starts gradually, without couple actually paying attention to the fact that they are setting up the stage already. All right, second thing, what are the causes of divorce? When you begin to compare your partner with another person. Okay, when you start allowing comparison in your marital relationship, then you are setting up the stage for divorce. Then even in courtship too, you are setting up your courtship for what? For breakup. So it is very, very important that you accept your partner the way he or she is, for who he or she is, because the two of you that make up that relationship is different from two other persons that make up another relationship. relationship. Why? Because there is personality differences, there is experience, exposure, differences, background differences, choice of career and all. Then how each of you accept love, the two of you that are in that marriage, how you guys accept or respond to love is different from the other couple who are not you. So that's why it's very, very important that you shun comparison in your marital relationship. Okay, another one is competition. When you begin to compete with your spouse, when you begin to you want to do more than him, or he doesn't want you to be as him or as he is, he doesn't want you to be as he is, or you don't want him to be as he is. When you are not working as one, when each of you is running to impress the other person, or to impress the world around you, or to shoot above the other person, instead of you guys synergizing and running your marital goals together, it's similar to silo syndrome. Because of competition, you guys are not actually coming together to agree. All right. Of course, two can never come together except they agree. And one of the things that bring disagreements in marital relationship is what? Competition. Another one is measuring your relationship by unrealistic standard. Okay, so there are some persons that how they measure their relationship is how much how much of gifts, or how much of houses that their spouses could afford to build within a particular number of years. So it's very, very important that you have realistic expectation, realistic estimation of your relationship. Okay, you don't say, oh, we are 10 years old in marriage and we are yet to have a house, we are yet to have this, we are yet to have that. You should understand time and season, and you should stop the comparison. You should actually know that there is process for everyone. You should appreciate the fact that you guys were not where you were when you were cutting, or when you first start your relationship, and that is it. You should be grateful. You should celebrate yourself, appreciate yourselves, and actually see the best in one another. When these are not in place, that marriage is actually setting up the stage for divorce. Let's look at impact of divorce and who actually gets the brunt. Divorce will usually cause emotional injury, or what I refer to as psychological injury. Okay, it's going to injure you psychologically, it's going to also injure you not just only psychologically but spiritually, because you're going to, especially for those who prayed and who believe that God is leading them into a marital relationship before going into it, if they are having to leave that marital relationship, a number of times people are bitter against God, that God said I should move on, I got into it and I got burnt. All right, so all of these come together. So you are likely to live in bitterness, you are likely to live in frustration, you are likely to, a number of things are definitely likely to change about you, because the truth is a number of things are going to change about you. It's going to color your perception about life, and it's going to color your perception about how you receive love and how you give love. And here, if care is not taken and you are not prepared to heal on time, you might begin to pass these hurts, this trauma down to your children, to your friends, or to persons who are very close to you, or to young people around you. So more importantly, it's important that we actually look at the cost of divorce before actually looking into it. About a few weeks ago, I talked about how to walk away from an abusive marital relationship. So that's to tell you that I am not in for an abusive marital relationship. I'm not saying stay in an abusive marital relationship, but when you are going for divorce, you should know, that there are some people that bears the brunt. Okay, and when you know all of this, then it helps you to actually take your decision, from a very well informed perspective. Okay, so who bears the brunt? Number one, you yourself bear the brunt. That is one. And next, the children that you and partner had together in that marital relationship also bear the brunt, in the sense that they become unstable, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally. They become affected even socially. So it's very, very important that you bear in mind that, okay, this decision is not just going to affect myself alone, it's not just going to affect my partner alone, it's also going to affect the children. When you know this, then you are counting the costs and you are ready to bear the cost. That meaning that you are ready to go as much as you can to help those children who are going to be impacted. Now, the third set of people that bears the brunt is the society at large, and more reason you have to pay attention to actually knowing that your decision really worth it. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to share this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to also click on the subscription button so that you keep getting the values we bring across, like I've always said. All right, do have a great day. I'm your counseling psychologist, Tosin Togun. Bye for now.